Hello and welcome to Channel Sports on Sunday. I am Ken Ochonogo. I tell you, last week here we were saying, will the relay team qualify? Will they qualify? Yes, the female relay teams did well. The male relay team, they went for part 2 to the midweek, couldn't make it. Today again, at the MOC relays at the Yaba Tech Center right there in Lagos, Nigeria, they will go in again to see if our 4x100 and 4x400 meters relay team male, the men, will qualify for Tokyo 2020. I tell you, because counting down, 25 days to go. 25 days. Talking about that's a little over 3 weeks. By 23rd of July, it will kick off in Tokyo. So by now, we are still trying to qualify. But then somewhere else, some people are running to break the world record. But we also saw Chioma, not Chioma this time. Chioma, of course, Chioma's story is all there. We also saw Blessed Nokabari do that, 10 sub 11, 10.63. They said wind aided 2.17. Okay, but then we see, let's say, without the wind, she can't also go faster because sometimes it's the legs that are running. The wind can only push you a little further. So let's see what will happen today. If we will go there, if we will qualify first, probably by then we can pick. We can go up there. The Euros are still on. And today there will be some epic match will take up today. I'm glad today because somebody will analyze that for me. There is Portugal taking on Belgium. So the defending champion with, the guy that has the world record in international goals taking on the number 1 team in the world. Yesterday, some of us thought Italy would blow Austria away, but they held on till the extra time, and that is when Italy did the damage. They came back. It was too little, too late. 2-1 that went. So we are going to look at what is happening in South America. Of course, it is going according to form. Group A, Argentina is up there. Group B, Brazil have won all 3 of their matches. So they've qualified. Five teams are in each group. The top 4 qualifies for the knockout phases. So you rule them. Let us see. Will it be the year of Messi finally winning something, or will Neymar and co say, no, it is not their time? But don't rule out the Uruguayans, the Colombians, they are all there. Even the Chileans, they are all still in the party. So we'll look at that and see what is happening. Coming down tomorrow, they will start the Wimbledon. Last year, because of COVID, it didn't take place. But this year, everybody is ready to go. Roger Federer is saying, I can do it at 39.40. Can he? But he's the master on grass, so don't run away. Nadal is out. Osaka is out. But Djokovic is saying, you guys have 2020. I have 19. Why don't we just do it 2020? Let's share the party. And then the debate for the greatness, or who is the greatest tennis player of all time, will now, is what will now be. When all have it, we look at under indices. Who has won more ATP 500? Who have won more 250? Who has, whatever it is. But then those are things. Win the big ones first, and then with that debate, we can talk of that. We are going to do a lot of talks here. But we'll start with the reward system. The reward system, because after 25 years, that was in '96. Chioma Ajunwa, the Lagos State governor, on behalf of the Lagos State government, said we made a promise for to you and your colleagues on 25 years ago. We are fulfilling it, and we're still smarting for less than 24 hours later. The president said no. Before 96, there was 94. So before 25, there was 27. Remember, Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in prison before he came out. So our 94 team has been, they spent the same time that Mandela was spent right there in Robben Island or other places before they would get it. So say, you guys come and take your houses. It is now ready and stuff. So I tell you, how much can we start? But let's see. Let's start with that before I bring in my guest. Okay, you guys have get that in off. I wanted to just say, let us go there. I have him here. You don't take it away from him in how things go. But like I said, before I go to my guest, let us see how Chioma got that award.
Chief Mrs. Ajunwa will continue to remain our own role model. She will continue to remain an athlete par excellence. She will continue to remain as a reference point for sports, journalism, and everything that sporting relates to in our country. And you can see that she's a true demonstration of the can-do spirit. She came back after that Olympic, and she went back to serve the country as a police officer. And you can see today, she's in the rank of Assistant Commissioner of Police, working the rank and still being of duty and service to our motherland.
That is why they said delay is not denial. And you have to be consistent in what you are doing, and you know that it satisfies your conscience. I want to say a very big thank you to our governor and to entire Lagos State. I don't know the word to use to qualify the way I feel. Actually, the governor made my day. And it's a lot of encouragement to the youth, which has been my passion, which has been why I'm still struggling to make sure that our youth use sports instead of crime. Today is a lot of encouragement, a lot of motivation to each and every one of us, even those that are still expecting something like this, that in as much as they are still living, there's hope.
Delay is not a denial. I was trying to pick that up from what she said. And, so she just got that 3-bedroom flat at the corridor that Rajafashola housing estate, they call it. They say it's ultra modern. You can see when the jubilation, when it was announced, that she got it. You will see how she, it was all over her. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her. Yeah, you can see the jubilation. But then, like I said, well, we have a golden generation. I think sometimes they say Manchester United have a 92 set, whatever. Nigeria should have the 96 set. Because that was where Chioma got that. And that was a golden generation also in football that got our own gold medal. You get it there. So, but before Chioma did this in 96, the 94 team went to Tunisia, and Dela was talking about 27 years of waiting. So I have with me an icon in the studio. We've spoken about, on Zoom here, talked a lot of, things. I remember when we lost Eriko, we spoke with him, and then, he was so emotional. He said, look, that is where I started. This man, was way ahead of his time. He came out with that book, and we looked at it. We looked at the history of Nigeria, the first of them all to put that process into. So look, let us have our history that you can hold on to and say, this happened, not speculation, but the actors, who partook in those things, this is my story. And we all got there. He played for the national team. We scored 9 goals in Tunisia 94. 5 of those passes came from his boot. We call him the pass master. At the Nations Cup in 2000, he said, I am the leader. If my ship is sinking, our captain, I go with it. But before he sink, I will save it. He was down with malaria, but he came up and said, no, I defied the doctor's orders. I will move in there. The first touch of the ball, he passed it there. Our scored that goal. We rescued that match and moved on right there into the semi-final. So he leads from the front. Controversial he is, but he stands by his principles and said, look, equity must go on. He moved on to be captain the national team, and then after then, he also coached the team. Also, the Stride left Nigeria, went, died in Europe, Coach, Sittard. Of course, now you know who I'm talking about there. It's a pleasure, always a pleasure and honor to have with me Sunday Ogochukwu Oliseh. He's right here in the studio, and I tell you, when we open the lines, you will bombard him, ask him the questions. I only do introduction. Hello, Sunday. You're welcome to the show.
Good afternoon. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. You are now in the studio.
I'm now in my country. I'm home.
Okay. You saw Chioma, how. Yeah. And then you also had that, your keys are also ready. I think I will be an agent because there are a lot of people that probably would be managing their flats. How does it make you feel 27 years after?
Really, gratitude, because it's something we've clamored for years, and it's something that is also good for the nation itself, not only for us, because the ones coming after us now know that, okay, when something is promised, you can get it. And let's face it, some of us still need those houses to get by today. Thanks. So it couldn't have come at a better time. I really use this opportunity on behalf of my colleagues to thank the president himself, to thank Minister Fashola for the gesture he did, and also in a lot of ways to thank Austin Eguavon, because Austin has been behind this for years.
Wow.
Because some of us, like we found out now, I wasn't even aware, 6 of us had already gotten theirs,
yes.
And 3 officials had gotten theirs, So really, it's great.
It's great. He says, it motivates. Nothing does that. When you do something and somebody say thank you, and then when that thank you comes with not just ordinary handshake, but then we say, okay, have this also for your effort. It motivates you and also inspires others to say, if I can do what this person did, yes, I will also get this particular reward. So we're going to take a lot about that, but let us also go back a little bit. The last time it was here, I thought let us start on a good note. Let us start on a happy note. This is going to be all happy, but we are clearing a lot of things. When you were here, you said, I remember one of the lowest points was when you guys, yourself, Finidi and co, were dropped from the 2002 team. Yeah. You also said the coach then called you. Yeah. Of course, the minister first said, go and talk to the coach, and then if you want to be part of his team. But you said, look, that is not that. We resolved among ourselves that if our coaches were removed, we're going to stand by them. But then in 2012, I brought Onigmide to this same studio, to this same set. I want to see if you can listen. Maybe after listening to him, probably you might forgive him or have a change of mind on why he did what he did. Let us see if we can listen to Chief Onigmide. That was in July, almost 12 years now, July 2012, that he was right here in the studio. You won't go into this. I want to ask you a question that most want to ask you.
Yeah.
You built a good team in 1984.
Thank God.
You came back in 2002.
Yes.
On hindsight, would you have dropped those players you dropped, the captain, the assistant captain, other players? Would you have managed them?
I think I have to, come out with some facts.
Very good,
on this
sir.
occasion.
Yes, sir.
You remember the team broke down in Mali. I was not part of the technical handlers. I was in Mali to assist them. And at a point, they rejected my assistance. Not me alone, we were 4 assisting them. I remember well, Alabi Essen, I think Paul Hamilton and Crystal Davis, we were 4. They rejected our assistance, and the following day, I left Mali for Europe on holiday. It was while I was in Mali, I had started hearing that the team had been disbanded, the coaches had been set packing, and then I was asked to come back home. I was brought back into the team on one ground, that they believed I was heading the technical department then, which was not finalized even at that time.
Because there was no department.
Yeah. And the issue is this. When you have technical problem with the national team, the technical department takes over in the interim. It was on that point that I was brought back. And when I came in, I started receiving telephone calls, text messages from Nigerians. If you bring so-so player back into the team, we will kill you. If you bring so-so player back into the team, we will destroy your family.
So it was not football reasons that make you to drop them. Were this the threats? Was the threats that made you to drop them?
Not football reasons, but generally Nigerians said they didn't want these people. So I had to start from the scratch. It wasn't easy for me starting from the scratch. You remember that was the type of thing that brought people like Enyama, Ejide, and all the rest.
I totally agree, which means without all these external intrusions, you would have taken that team.
I would have taken some of them, assess each player on
his merits
and bring him into the team.
That is the clearance. I want to thank you for coming in. Chief came all the way from Ibadan. He's en route to Ghana, but he still found time to be here. That is how we say people have been serving this country. I want to thank you very much for your years of service.
It's a pleasure. Thank you very much.
And I want to thank you
for the opportunity.
Somebody said I looked a little bit younger then. That was 2012. Sonny, okay. We like clearing the air. And we ask the blunt questions, and then we say, okay, it wasn't for footballing reasons. I asked you guys not to go. Because then I know you guys were frowning at that term then. Tired legs. And I mean, when the legs were still go, I watched the match with Ghana, that quarterfinal match. You guys went 2-2 control, even it was 1-0. Finidi coming in, no longer playing at the wings. I saw maturity, and so when they say tired legs, were some of us, and then I don't know how you guys felt. And then you had the chief now. He said his family was threatened, and that was why they will kill his children, whatever. That was why he dropped you guys from the team.
Well, they say in the way I was brought up, we don't say elders lie, so I wouldn't say anything on that basis. And I think to say, the first statement he made was saying that the team broke down in Mali.
Yeah.
You took third, and you just qualified for the World Cup, you're going to the World Cup, the team broke down. What is he going to say about 2006 that Nigeria did not qualify at all? Then they should shoot them firing squad at Bar Beach in Lagos, no? You see, this is one problem we had. It's everything I just saw there were all false. It's all false. What he said. He said that I just saw him make a statement like that. He was part of technical. Look, he was at Mali as one of the assistants of the minister. They were all who orchestrated it. And the reality is that that's why I'm so happy that this book is out, The Audacity to Refuse, because I just labeled it down. And I'm so happy that when we had the launch, the virtual launch for the book, my colleagues corroborated and just said, look, they just lied in the past, Look, they stole the team from Nigeria, 2002. They destroyed the team from Nigeria. And I think somehow, in a large way, they destroyed Nigeria's football from 2002. My generation took over from Keshi. It was not destroyed before Keshi gave it over. They handed it over. Because I played under Skippo. May his soul rest in peace. I used to come into his room sometimes and even use some harsh words and say, my man, hey, you are much better than this. Don't allow anybody, impose yourself, play your game, those kind of things. And I passed that on to speak to Yobo. When Yobo came into the fold also, I did the same. We're passing it on. So it's, that's the thing. But like we said, I don't want to dwell in controversies and all that kind of a thing. And I'm so happy that the only thing they can ascribe to you as a criticism is that you're controversial. It's, in fact, it's a compliment. In a nation that we have, where corruption, killing, everything is what is in it. And someone comes out and says, no, leave him, he's stubborn, he's controversial. Man, thanks for the compliment.
Thanks for the compliment. It says, okay, this is not what we're just clearing the air. We just feel the audacity to refuse. He told me, Ken, you are reading too much from this book. We'll try that to read from the book, but we'll still go back there. Let's move on. He is here. You just mentioned handing over. So let me go straight to this particular question. Yeah. Sonny, how important is the role of the captain of a team? Whether be it at club level or national. How important is that role?
My man, well, I'm here now. We're not on Skype, so I can I can gratify my fellow countrymen with some facts and how it is. There is being a captain at the Nigerian level. It takes a total different dimension than being a captain at the international level abroad. Abroad also, I didn't captain teams with the band because of my nationality, but I captained them on the pitch. And what I can tell you is this. In Nigeria, the national team is as good as its captain. Simple. I'm not going to go into details, but if your team qualifies, your team is dominant, your team is coherent, they are playing as a group is because of the captain of the Nigerian Super Eagles. Because the Nigerian Super Eagles takes a different dimension. Nigerian Super Eagles, as a captain, I was as a captain, and Keshi was also, you are entrusted with warming up the team every training session. You're already becoming kind of like a coach.
Yeah.
The coach says, guys, 3 laps. Hey, Skippo, take them on 3 laps. You're going. So, you know, those kind of, that's how it is. Major issues that we have here as an African, as a Nigerian, these are issues you don't need to have in Europe. So the captain in the Nigerian contest, you have to settle those issues so that your team can be comfortable enough to perform, to serve the country that has asked you to go and serve for them. So it's a total different thing. You will not have to argue over match bonuses if you're captain of a team in Europe. It's constitutional in the club, so it's paid. But here, the players, due to our style of management or whatever, how it is, it happens. And your colleagues will grumble, and you will see as a captain that this grumbling will make us lose. What do you do as a captain? Your ability to manage that is what will take your team to qualify, will take your team to go to the World Cup. It will make your team to perform. Yeah. And Nigerians will be happy and proud. But they don't know what you are shouldering in the background.
Okay. Just one issue.
Yeah.
You sat down with the team. You know, then you were not the captain then.
Yeah.
You sat down with the team, and how much you guys were going to get at the 1994 World Cup.
Mm.
The FIFA money that was supposed to come in.
Yeah.
When the money did come in, did the players get their share as agreed?
We all did.
You did?
Yeah, we all did.
Okay.
In 94 World Cup. Yeah.
Okay. In 98, did you get that also?
We did also.
You did also?
Yeah.
Okay. But there was nothing like that in the Olympics? There was that in the Olympics?
No, it's a total setup. And let me clarify it too.
Yeah.
The money they're giving us is not astronomous. It's not astronomous.
Okay.
So it's not as if you get it, they give you a bonus from the World Cup, it's enough for you to go to buy a house. No. It's just like, it's a fraction of what is allocated and we get. So it's like that.
So at least that's one.
Yeah, so that let me go. I beg una beg. Make them go attack me or my colleagues. No, you know many like that. You know many. But we thank God. We thank God. Yeah.
Okay. We'll still come back to that. But before I wanted to dive, let me still remain on this course.
Smart man.
On our football, we talk about the golden generation.
Yeah.
In Nigeria, we talk about the 1980 team.
Yeah.
We talk about the 1994-96 team.
Yeah.
Almost two golden. That's okay. Which team is better? Debating and stuff like that. Then in 2013, we won the Nations Cup, but we're not dominant, or that particular thing.
Yeah.
How do you assess the state of football in Nigeria today, vis-a-vis your set to this time? And what do you think, if it is not okay, what do you postulate?
The state of our football now is sad. It's sad because, look, I get emotional when I run into Nigerians outside Nigeria. Okay. You see, this is why no matter what anybody says, I love being a Nigerian because the way my countrymen treat me. Now, when somebody comes out and says he was being threatened in his life, and Nigerians show you so much love, who was threatening you then? When I have never had one person come out and berate me for something that I refuse to accept for the benefit of the team. On the contrary, they thank you for it. And so when you look at it, the generation that we had, when you're talking of the sets you had, there's one mistake people make, or maybe one wrong assertion people make, not mistake, is that the 94 and the 96 team, they are not two teams.
They are one team.
It's one
Hold
team.
it there. We're going to go on a short break.
Yes.
When we come back, you will explain why they are one team, why that continuum was there. We're not going to go on a very short break. You stay with us. When we come back, we shall open the lines. And then you ask him the questions. I've been trying, but he would like to hear from you. Stay with us. Coach Augustine Egwavon, the Technical Director of the Nigeria Football Federation. Your observation with the first training done already,
with the Super Eagles players?
Quite impressive. Like I told them this morning, first thing first, they all look very fit because they are still in season. That's a big advantage for us. And hopefully 2 or 3 are on their way. But we tried to do work on transition this morning because football is in phases. And with the experience we had with them this morning, I think it's quite impressive. They're catching up. Nothing to worry about.
And what would you say about assembling the team, the entire process, in getting this team in place?
It was a bit difficult, information came a little bit late, but even at that, it's our country. And I've been to a few league games, the MPFL and of course the NNL as well, even the NLO. And we penciled down a whole lot of players, and I had to also rely on information from coaches that I know in the league. It wasn't that easy because I've seen a lot of criticisms in the pages of newspapers, of course, electronic media as well. But it's okay. The only thing is that people have to do their research first before they speak. Everybody's entitled to his or her own opinion. It's not a problem at all. Like I said before, Coach Paul saw some games in the league. I saw some games in the continent and the league as well. And I relied also on a lot of my colleagues that are also in the league. I'm going to mention names. When you give me a player from Enyimba, I asked Stanley Luguma, I asked Boso, I asked Salisu, I asked Makaiba. So if 3 out of all this speaks well of the player, which is okay. When you give me a player from Plateau, I deviate from Makaiba and I ask other coaches. And when they say positive things about this player, so I just felt that's the right way to go about it.
Okay, I've been told that Adama is calling us right from Abuja. So let's take him in. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, go on.
To Ken?
Yeah, go on. You are on.
Ken, how are you?
Very fine, very fine.
You are looking very good.
Yeah.
Hello, Skipper.
Good
Skipper
afternoon.
Tony Oliseh.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Yeah, go on. He's listening to you. He's responding.
Good. You are welcome to Nigeria. I just want to ask one very simple question. Could you please do a little post-mortem analysis of during your time and what is happening to Nigerian football at the moment?
Okay.
Vis-a-vis your experience in your time, during your time, and your experience when you became the coach of the Super Eagles into the 2013 African Cup of Nations Championship, and to the present day Nigerian football. The administrative aspect of it, and not actually the advice you can give to Austin Eguavon, who is currently the technical assistant or the technical director of the Nigerian Football Federation, so that we can at least uplift the standard of our football administration technically and administratively in Nigeria. Thank you very much, Super.
Wow, so many questions, and thanks for the question anyway. If I give you a postmortem of our era, I would just say we were blessed. We had talent, we were good, and we had the Midas touch from God. So that means you shoot, it doesn't hit the goalpost and comes out. It hits the goalpost and it goes in. That's what I think. I think that if you're looking at the 2013 set, they were a good team. They were a good team. And they were able to bring back home the the trophy. But then I don't think that team will have been able to bring back home that trophy without Skippo, without Keshi, because Keshi did a lot of he did a lot of stubborn things to counter people who tried to deviate him from his principles, and he won the trophy and brought it back home. As regards Austin Eguavon, this guy is intelligent. Austin is Eguavon. The only thing that I can say is that if they want Austin to succeed, let him make decisions and nobody signs it. That means what he says, they do it. He doesn't have to make a decision and decide this is what he wants to do and have to send it up there for somebody to sanction or refuse.
Okay.
He's the technical man. Nobody above him ever played football or ever studied football or done that. So let him handle it. If he does it his way, he doesn't succeed, then you can ask him to take a break. Somebody else takes over the baton. That's how it's done all around the world. If you're, let me see, the last question you asked about the development of Nigerian football.
Talk about administration and technical development.
Administration, I would not go into with all due respect because of the fact that when it comes to politics, it's one of my principles in life. I don't meddle in it. I believe that I should comment on things that I am kind of like a specialist in, and that's my own profession, which is the soccer itself, coaching, management, tactical analysis, and psychological evaluations. When it comes to management, that I leave because sometimes there's a lot of politicking that goes in, and that is not my department. But as regards the development of Nigerian football, we are at the moment at a sad state. Like Chioma asked me earlier on, we are at a sad state, and to get it up and running, we have no choice. We have to hand over the baton to specialists to do it. This is not something administrators should handle. It's something specialists should handle. And like I will say it on your platform, and I will say it plump and clear. My country is my country. Nobody can take it from me. You can make any comment you want to make, but I'm first Nigerian before anything else. So if my country really needs me to help my country out, and they ask me to come and do it, I will do it. But I will not do it if I am giving the best of my knowledge for my country to work, and somebody is just taking it yes or no, and then eventually we all fail. But my country is my country. I am proud to be Nigerian, and nobody can take it away from me. So,
okay. Now that Adana has opened the line, the lines are open. The number will be there, so you reach out to him, ask him any question you want to ask him.
Don't forget, you promised them 2 books.
Yeah. And then, okay. And then we also, hold on. He promised me that the callers, 2 callers will get this book each, one copy, The Audacity to Refuse. So the first, I think probably because Dana has called in earlier on before, because he qualified, because we said the first 2 callers, they will get 1. So I don't know, maybe he can call back and let us have, he deserves it. We have not announced it then. But then he said the first 2 callers will get a copy each of this. So, let us hear from you. Keep it briefly. This is not Kwara United, I know whatever it is. I know you are, he's a Kwara fan, one of our ardent, and we love him. Hello, Owo.
Ola first my name. Thank you very much. Skippo, I really appreciate you for coming to the program. Please, I don't know if you and Taribu West can come and clarify this Onibide issue. The reason is that the same thing you said is what the Taribu West said. I don't want to say elderly person is telling and true, but there's a lie in that issue. I will tell you the truth. I really appreciate you. Please, can you please again? I believe the time of NFF chairman will soon end. And I believe I'm a Kwara United supporter, and I'm from Kwara State too. You are among the people I really respect a lot. Why? You stand on the truth. I remember I was there when Mali issue. I met a lot of you people. I won't tell lie. I won't tell you the story. It's a long story there. And I see that you still stand on the truth against minister at that time. Please, can you come back to this country to come and coach Nigeria? We are a football fans, especially Nigerian lover. We love you too much. I won't tell lie to you. I'm so appreciated. But next time when you are coming to this program, bring Taribu West. Let him clarify more.
Taribo has been here. Don't worry, we'll bring him again. Oh, let him answer your question. Will you? He said, come back to coach the Super Eagles, Sonny. You are looking fit and fit. You are okay. You know what I mean? The mobs are no longer there.
Now I'm immune though.
Yeah, immune.
I also took my two shots of COVID. So,
okay.
So first of all, we call him Taribo. We don't call him Taribo.
Okay.
And at his best, this guy was good. He was really a great player.
And colorful too.
Yeah, Taribo. His hair is always.
If he represented Nigeria, he wear Nigeria color. Inter's color.
Exactly. I'll say the same.
Yeah.
And but if you're talking about coming back to coach Nigeria,
yes.
I will say it on your show.
Why?
I know I will say it on your show.
Okay. Yeah.
That if I am offered the job to coach Nigeria,
yeah.
I know I've said in the past that, no, I'm not interested.
Yes.
If I'm offered to coach Nigeria
yeah.
again, and I see truthfully that the person who's heading the federation is putting at my disposal the tools to take Nigeria high, I will do it.
Okay.
Because the thing that is, he asked me a question now to also say something. Let me answer him. Always this. If you want to coach Nigeria, or you want to make Nigerian football better, leave the job to specialists. Simple.
Okay. All right. We have Uwa calling from Abuja. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Oh, Ukwa, the lady of Channel Sport on Sunday. All right. Talk to Sonny. He's here. Don't talk to me today.
Yes. Tell Sonny that book, he should increase it to 3. Ajunwa, and Ukwa. And Sonny should increase it to 3. One, I used to be the housekeeper that used to take care of them in Sheraton far back.
Wow. You didn't tell us this.
I used to be the housekeeper that would take care of all of them when they come for their matches.
Wow.
Oliseh, Tarib, all. That's why he should increase that book. And as the only woman of Channel Sport,
yes.
when Adama gets one, Owo gets one. Then
Ukwa gets one.
Yes. Okay? And Oliseh, I am happy to see you.
Oh, thanks.
And I'm always proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
Always proud of you. And you know when Onibide was talking, you know what I say immediately? I say it's a lie. And as if you were here when I was talking, you said, where I come from, we don't say elders lie. You understand? Nobody will come and say, I will kill you. You have to drop so person. You have to drop so person. We are all proud of you, and we can never forget you people. Okay? And I'm happy to speak with you this afternoon.
Thanks.
And Uncle Ochonogo, just for you people to hear my beautiful voice.
I can't hear the voice.
And to tell you that, yes, I'm still here.
The volume is getting low. I don't know what the issue is. Can we up the volume?
Okay, let me increase this. I don't know. Can you hear me now?
Yes, very clear.
Mm-hmm. And the home mama that I used to be,
yeah.
I am, our football at home is not like, see Oliseh there now.
Yes.
See, because it's there. See how we are struggling to call. Do we have any name today? Our football, our team members, they are all diaspora. We don't have home base. Diaspora. You understand? We don't have home people. Look at Kechi, may his soul rest in peace. And he continued. When he went for that, see, 19 years. But when the home person comes, this is see what happened. And what happened since then, 2013, we did not even qualify. I don't know what, Amadi is just there for himself. I'm sorry, I have to say it. He's just there for himself. Galambasi, I am the FIFA high priest, and this FIFA high position. FIFA, that is the highest position. Is that what we are talking? Our children are just there. If you see them, you pity them.
Thank you. All right. Thank you very much. We'll discuss the issue of the part 3. We agreed on part 2. So probably we have to go to part 3 for a special lady, for a special caller. and for a housekeeper who has kept the house. Well, I don't know. I will just have to be fair. Thank you, Widede, for calling. Sorry. Your colleagues, some of your colleagues and some of former footballers, they met in Warri yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You are aware of it.
I heard.
You heard. And they said, they wrote a letter. I think I will take that letter if possible. They wrote a letter to the president of the FA through the secretary, and they were making 4-point demands. One of those demands was that the constituency that their constituency has been muffled. That they are not hearing much from them. That why the FAs, you have about 36 FAs there. They have just one voice. They have, each state FA has a voice in right there, and also in the executive committee that they are not being heard. What is your position in this? Are you in support of? What is your position? I'm not support. I'm going to put that whether you support or not. That will be kicking you off whatever it is. But what is your take on your colleagues saying that they have been marginalized in the running football affairs in Nigeria? They're not part of those decision making things that affects football in Nigeria. Those who have played the game and also studied and equipped themselves to be part of the Nigerian Football Federation.
Well, I will say it like this: there is no way that I will come and do your job,
yeah,
and I will do it better than you. There is no way. Because you are a specialist in it. I might shine the first day. People might not see my errors because it's the first day. But with time, there is no way I can do it as good as you. Because it's your profession. It is the same thing with football. The only problem with football is that some people will come out, I play football at secondary school. Look, it is nothing to do when you're a professional about it. So if it comes to football management, football tactical analysis, football preparation, if you did not play it at the top level, you did not study it at the top level, forget it. You can just take, look, if the opinions of my colleagues who are specialists in this field are not being respected or used, we will not progress. You can, look, did you see the Italian national team yesterday?
Yeah.
Look at their reserve bench. You have Gianluca Vialli. You have Mancini. You have so many players there. You have Enrico Chiesa's son playing. These are made of ex-footballers, and they're now gradually taking Italy back again. Why is it? Because they are people who know it. Look, I don't have to calculate to give a pass, even now at my age. It's inborn. It's something I did for years. When I play with kids now, they are running, I just put the ball drops in front. They score, hey, Papa, you still got it.
The way you give it to your kidney.
Yeah,
not see me.
But then it was still better.
The way you are not seeing me. Okay, before let us talk about it. Okay, well, let's go straight to Kaduna. Israel is there want to talk to you. Hello, Israel. Hello, Israel. Are we there? We're not getting it here.
Okay, good afternoon, sir.
Aha, okay, good afternoon, Israel. Go on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Wow, today is my happiest day on earth. You see my idol before me.
Oh, no.
Yes, sir. I want to remind you something.
Yeah. Skipo.
Your spectacular celebration when Rashidi Yekini scored that beautiful goal against Gabon. Please, I want you to replay that thing so that Sunday Oliseh will see it again. I watched that ball when I was just 13 years, and I'm still celebrating that goal. Then the second one, I fell from one stairs building after celebrating your spectacular goal against Spain. So that happened at a railway quarters here in Kafancan. I fall from the one-story building. After I just come out from my room and I fall celebrating your goal. And I still remain my idol and I still worshiping you. But I want you to do me a favor. Come back to Nigerian Premier League. I want you to take over Eyimba or Chikano Pillars as a special advisor. Please, sir. That's what I want from you. Thank you.
Today is the happiest day of his life, Sonny. Get people happy, but make people happier again, Sonny. A lot of persons wants to read this book.
Yeah.
Sonny, I want to make an appeal. Sonny, what can you do to get make this thing more available to, to more Nigerians who want to know exactly what transpired, who want to hear from you?
Look,
what will you do?
Yeah, like a lot of questions I've asked about 2002 and all what Mr. Onigbinde said.
Yes.
It's all inside.
Yeah.
It's all documented. And if you get the book, you can also ask my colleagues. They will corroborate it. To help get this book, I came into the country about a week now. And I already at the airport, I heard somebody who said to me, Oga, I wanted to buy the book, but I can't afford because it's a little bit more than what I can afford. So So the price of the book was not fixed by me.
Okay.
So it was fixed by the publishers. So I decided to weigh in. So what I've decided to do is that I'm going to force them to make the price affordable to everybody. So from on Tuesday morning onwards, the price is going to be affordable so you can always pick up your share in Nigeria. But the abroad one, I cannot weigh in much on the...
But for Nigerians, you can cut off at least 30-40%?
Oh, of course, whether they like it or not, I am going to force the publishers to do it.
All right. So he said he wants to reduce, he will reduce the price of, how you get this so that everybody who wants to read this book will have access to it.
On Tuesday.
From on Tuesday. Oh, yeah. All right, that is in 48 hours from now.
Yeah.
Okay. 48 hours from now, it will be accessible. Lady Okwo, probably you can even get 2 or 3. But let's see what goes on. You need just 1. Belgium takes on Portugal. You know Belgium very well.
It's my second country.
It's your second country. You played against Romelu Lukaku's father at the Nations Cup. In fact, that match against Zaire, you dispossessed him of that ball, sent that pass, and Yekini scored. Okay, that is you. So, Belgium, they are yet to achieve. They've been number one football nation for some time now. But without that thing, it would have been a golden generation without the gold.
This is why I think the Nigerians, we should appreciate our golden generation the most. You can have great players, but when that moment matters the most, when the trophy is standing there, those great players have to come on. And that's what we had, And that's a little bit what Belgium is lacking at the moment. Okay. We saw it at 2018. They were very close. France said, no, we are closer to it. So the point I'm just trying to make now is that Belgium is playing today. Yeah. The only problem we have in the country is that in the country they think they've won the title already.
Okay.
So that is maybe a disadvantage for us. I pray we don't get shocked, but the team is almost in the quality like Nigeria in those days. You can get danger from everywhere, and that is why it's very, very possible that they might do well. I wish them well.
They are playing against. Let's go straight to UK. Deji is calling us from the United Kingdom. Hello, Deji.
Hi guys, how you doing?
We're enjoying ourselves in the studio. Talk to Sonny.
Awesome. My name is Deji. I'm a big fan of the Super Eagles, and Skippo. Well done for all you've done in your life and career.
Thank you.
I followed you from Belgium to Germany to Italy to Holland. You're set. You're set. Your set symbolizes or edifies what it means to put on the Super Eagles jersey. You guys flew the flag of Nigeria to the number 5 position in world football.
Yeah.
You guys should be examples for the sport guys in Nigeria to follow today and administrators to follow today. If no one respects your achievements at the global level and respects those achievements enough to allow you guys to run football in Nigeria, then shame on them. Because Italy is doing it. England is doing it. Successful nations in global football, like France is doing it. Deschamps won the World Cup. He's the national team. He was captain of the French national team in '98.
Okay, thank you, Deji. We're trying to pick up some of the things you'll be saying. Basically about global recognition.
Yeah.
You stamped your mark there, and then that is where he's saying. Probably when we pick up the other calls, we can go over
He was making a statement about Didier Deschamps being from the '98 set.
Yes.
That they should give. In fact, he's just clamoring what is happening in the world now. If you want your country to succeed, hand it over to the ex-internationals.
Nationals.
Let them help you out. Because you can't
hand Nigerian football to the ex-international.
hand it over to them.
So that let them help them out.
Let them
That is
help
what
us.
you are
if
saying.
we fail, then you can put them
Okay, you
out.
can put
Hand
them
it
out.
over.
When they
Hand
fail,
it over.
then give it another
Hand it
set
over.
of
It is
another
their
one.
property anyway.
It is their property. Okay. I was just saying before Digi called. Cristiano Ronaldo just scored 109 goals. I mean, you can't take that away from him.
No.
But if Yekini had been playing against, somebody say if he had playing against Moldova, playing against some other teams, how many goals do you think Yekini would have scored?
200.
200.
I am not kidding. Yakini scored almost 39 goals or something.
37 goals, yes.
Yeah, but don't forget that Yakini, for almost 4 years when he was at his peak, Nigeria were banned from playing football.
So Yakini would have scored 200 goals if we had, if it was
because we have played
Moldova and other. Okay, we are going on a short break. When we come back, we shall analyze that. Stay with us.
Shall we support them? Let's support them. Let's put the moral support for the athletes, the 400 meters, hurdles, men sign. So today for Nigeria is the target. The qualifier final for the Olympics. So today for Nigeria, the Olympic qualifier final. So today for Nigeria, the Olympic qualifier final. So today for Nigeria, the Olympic qualifier final.
Okay, you're welcome back. Briefly, let me take him again. Today, we are picking his head. He has said, give football back to the owners. The ex-internationals own football. Give it to them. Let us see how they are going to do it. If they mismanage it, we can take it back and give it to other set of people, and that is how it is done. When a governor in the state didn't do well, you don't bring another governor another place. You replace a governor from that same state. When the president don't do well, you replace the president from that. You don't go and bring another person. Come. So basically, until you get it right, you keep on getting the right persons. You come up and say, this is what they make amends. Messi, let me ask you this question, a blank. If you have your team and you have just Messi and Ronaldo and you can only have one of them in your team, who would you go for?
I'll take half of each.
I don't like this. Sonny, don't do this to me.
My followers kill me on social media. Anytime I praise one, they say, what of the other one? And I must praise the other one.
So then you take half of each.
Half of each.
You will take the dribbling Messi and the nodding Ronaldo. Otibato. Okay, let's go straight to Abuja again because Mohammed is calling. Hello, Mohammed. Mohammed, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm a young boy. I'm 14 years.
You're 14 years. Wow.
Yes, and I love football very well, and I'm happy to see one of my greatest footballer I want to see in my life.
Wow.
Sunday Oliseh. I love him so much.
Thank you.
Mohammed, you play football?
I'm a goalkeeper. I want to be a goalkeeper. I love football so much.
Okay. All right. Probably now you keep so well. Thank you,
Thank
Mohammed. You want to give away? We talk to Mohammed.
Look, all you have to do if you want to succeed in this job, because you're a lovely kid at 14. My daughter is 12. I might not look it, but I'm a puppy too now. So all you have to do to succeed, if you want to be a goalkeeper, is watch a lot of goalkeepers, how they kick, and try to imitate. Then you will get it right.
Okay, he will do it right. Right, let's. He says he take half of Ronaldo, half of Messi. I will next time you tell me how that half is going to be. Not winning the big ones with
Messi.
For Messi. Does that take anything away from his greatness?
It kind of does. It
Okay.
kind of does.
Okay.
I'm sorry for Messi fans. It's nothing personal.
Yeah.
But it kind of does, because at the end of the day, if I'm sitting here today, thanks to you, but it's also because of the titles I was able to
win, yeah.
to be part of winning for Nigeria,
Yeah.
and the fact that I played for Nigeria for 10 years nonstop. So that is also it, because Pele, for me, is the greatest that ever played soccer because of the number of World Cups he did
won.
win. He won
big ones.
He won three World Cups.
Yeah.
So, and nobody has even tried to win two. you know?
Yeah.
So that's why.
Okay. All right. I will go down. I will go down there with you. UEFA says no more away goals. How difficult it is to score in away grounds? They say right now that away goal we count as as home goals.
That will change football. Though.
Positively?
Yeah, I think. I don't know yet. I don't want to be ahead of myself, but it will change football, because I'm looking at, since they announced it, I've been looking at it personally.
Yes.
How would I have acted during those days?
Yes.
Because, there were some times we went away.
Yeah. And then you want to see if you can get just one goal.
Yeah. But now, no. So it will change. It will change. It will change.
But you are not sure whether positive or negative.
I don't know yet.
Yes.
But it will change it.
It will change.
It will change how you plan for the games.
It will change. You can't. You are a patriot. You said it here. You are Nigerian, and whatever it is about Nigeria. You've been Nigerian now for a week.
Yeah.
What is your impression? How do you see Nigeria? How you see life going on in Nigeria? What's your personal impression?
I think COVID has hurt us a lot. I think COVID has hurt us in a lot of ways. But at the same time also, I think that we are a blessed nation. Things are difficult. Things are difficult for our family members and everybody. But there's something that my people always have. No matter what, our people smile. Our people have a joy. They want to be alive. Our people love each other. The familyhood. That kind of a thing. But before we condemn ourselves, sometimes let's look outside too. Outside is also heating everywhere. So things are hard, and I will be unfair to anybody who's going through a hard time to say, it's not, because I feel it, but it's everywhere now.
Let's go back to the UK. Deji's calling back. Hello, Deji. Let's take you on again. And maybe we're not hearing, your voice wasn't that up. Can you just up your voice so that we won't strain to hear you?
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah. Go on. Okay, Deji, I think, I don't know. You've called twice. Let's see what they have, because you are still on there. I can still feel the vibe that your line is still on. But if we can't get you, probably you just have to call back. You want to speak to Spico? Skipo is all here. You guys in Belgium, like you say, you really feel that you have the best team. You're going to win. We are going to win. What does? It's too early now. Of course, we are still trying to qualify for the quarterfinals. Yeah. But zero your mind. I won't get you yet till then. Yeah. So now that I have you, Octopus Sonny, what does he see?
Octopus Sonny, if you give me that it's true that I win a lot of predictions. I must be honest.
Okay.
It's true. But what I just feel is that there are certain teams, you look at the structure of the team, and you say the tournament is for them to lose, not for the others to win. And when you look at France is the best team in the tournament. It is theirs to lose. If they play like they can, they will win it. They are the strongest team. Because defense, midfield, and if you look at the age, of the average of age of the players, and when you have N'Golo Kante in your team, you have already won 50% of that match, because this man he plays in my wing, and I know how difficult it is
to stop the most difficult position in defensive midfielder.
Sometimes after the match, man, I'm knocked out. I can't even go out of the room. But you pretend lying down, but your friends don't know that you're dead because you gave up. And this man does it smiling, and he's so good at it. So France is very, very solid. Italy has impressed me.
Yeah.
They have impressed me with the way they've been, I find Spain a little bit epileptic. if I can use that word. But that's the thing. And no, these two teams, let's work out for them. And don't forget that my adopted nation, Belgium, if we are on form, man, anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Okay.
Just like Nigeria.
Somebody's calling from Lagos here. Abraham, how are you? All callers have been calling. Now when the Lagosian call, we couldn't go through. Let nobody sabotage this thing today. I tell you this. Sonny, it's all about home.
Yeah.
You said if they call upon you again, and then you look at the sincerity of those who are speaking with you, that you will handle. Okay, Deji's back. Then let's hope this time we can hear him clearly. Hello, Deji.
Hi, can you hear me clearly now?
Yes, I can.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much for having me for the third time. So
okay.
My question is, Skipo, please, can you, for the love of God, clarify to us what happened to Rashidi Yekini at the 94 World Cup? If there was any team gang up against Yekini scoring goals at USA 94, because those of us on the outside heard a lot of disharmony in the team, and especially a particular gang up against Yekini after the 94 Nations Cup. Please, can you clarify to us? That's my question. God bless you. Bye-bye.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for your question. I have the book in front of me here, thanks to Ochenago. This Ochenago's copy is not mine. No? So, please, there was not a team gang up against Rashidi Yekini. That I can say, because in the team itself, we're not totally all together. We had factions in the group. So if a faction gagged up against him, well, it's not an explicit knowledge of mine. But if you go to page 87 of my book, which I have here, which is The Audacity to Refuse, it will give you inside details of what transpired inside the team. Now that will clarify this question in particular. As regards, of course, I'm not going to hide it. There were some people who didn't like Rashidi. But that's what you get when you're a superstar like he was. And as far as I am concerned, as at the time in 94, he was the best player in our team. He was the one who made us click. You know, in as much as people are saying, Oliseh, you were the best, you did all this. No. Man, if all the passes I gave, if the man did not finish it, forget it. It would have just been, he almost scored. But the man helped make me also, just as he helped the team. Don't forget, Nigeria's first World Cup qualifiers, Rashidi was the highest goal scorer. He scored, I think, almost 60% of the goals we scored to go to the World Cup. So he practically carried us there. And that's why I'm always displeased at the gratitude that they refused to accord the poor man, even after his death. So for that reason, whatever happened to Rashidi Yekini, you will find it in the book. You will be shocked when you read some part of it, what he had to go through. But I owe it to him to put it there so that the people can say.
Let's go to Nasarawa because Ablai is trying to reach out to you. Hello, Ablai.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
Fine. We are fine here.
I want to, because I am watching this program live.
Yeah.
And the first thing that I see is Sunday Oliseh.
Yes.
Because I remember USA 94.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I can never forget that score that Sunday Oliseh against France. Very, very talented. That's why I never forget that score for Sunday Oliseh.
Yeah.
Nigeria against Spain.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ablai.
Yeah, I can't forget it too.
You didn't score many goals with the Nigeria team, but you scored spectacular goals.
Yeah.
That was the team. And then you kind of altruistic, you understand? When you score goals, you remember somebody else, you dedicate it to somebody else.
Yeah.
But let me, the most important thing why you are here, why you have been this central figure has been Nigerian football.
Yeah.
What should we do? You said hand it over to ex-internationals. Sonny, look at the next 3, 4 years, 5 years, in the short term? What should we do to rescue, to take Nigeria up there? Have we stopped producing the talents? Have we stopped recognizing them? Have we stopped taking them through that, building them up, nurturing them to, to where they put you guys are? You played just a few, how many years did you play with Julius Berger before you left?
Months.
You played months with Julius Berger before you left?
I think I played 17 months, I don't know about
17 months or so, just over a year. I mean, what should we do to go back to the cradle and get those things out and take us to the stadium?
This is what we do. We sit Emmanuel Amunike. You sit Sunday Oliseh. You sit Daniel Amokachi in a room. And you sit Austin Eguavon in a room. These 4 people in a room. You tell them to bring out a template, a blueprint for Nigerian football to go ahead. Now, by the time you see these 4 people together, you give them a time limit to bring out this template. Now, the template that has to be made out has to combine for the whole football itself. And this template should not be handed to the committees or whatever. It should be handed to the president of the country. This is what will get us into line. Now, between Amunike and myself, we both have the highest degrees of coaches in the world, which is the professional coaching license. Then you have the others, also these 2 people who are intelligent, like, look, people call Amokachi arrogant or whatever, but the man is a winner. I play with him, he wants to win. Eguavon is a winner. This, when we bring out the blueprint, I will give it to the president of the country, give it to the government and say, look, this is what will bring us back to the top because this is what will help our people happy. Then the solution to Nigerian football will just start coming.
It's been a pleasure, Sonny. Thank you for being here. I'm happy I kidnapped you to this show. I'll do it again and again.
I made a promise.
You kept your promise.
Kept my promise.
All right. It's been a pleasure talking with Sonny. I'm Ken Ochonogo, but Sonny, you sign up this show. Sign up this show for us.
Ken, thanks for having me. I don't like calling you Ken. I prefer calling you Ochonogo because my name is Ogochukwu.
Okay.
So it kind of like makes me feel I'm calling
something
like that. I thank Nigerians because the love I receive from Nigerians. Look, the moment I come out from the airplane, the way Nigerians treat me, I'm happy to be here.
Wow.
So I'm grateful to Nigerians because without Nigeria, there's no me.
There's no you.
So.
Okay. Now, right now, I can say I'm Ken Ochonogo. I drop it as usual. Stay blessed.